Hi, it's Bren Murphy again. A big part of my life in my mid-20s to mid-30s was drinking alcohol. And it seemed that everyone was doing it, and it just was a part of what you did when you weren't at work, when you were relaxing, whether it was pretty much before I had children. So when you weren't at work and you were relaxing, of course you'd be drinking. And the trouble with that outlook was pretty much all my social circle were drinkers or heavy drinkers, and it came to a point where if any event happened, whether it be a success or a failure or a challenge or a speed hump, I'd find myself drinking to either reflect on what I did wrong, celebrate what I did right, or just pass the time. It was almost literally a habit. So over time, this didn't lead me anywhere. I was just going round and round in circles, getting fatter, putting on weight, getting out of shape, and not learning any new skills or new coping strategies, and just basically decaying or rotting or going into a torpor or a state of neglect. So what came from that was it just led to a point of unsustainability where, guess what, I had to stop drinking. And it was a big turning point for me personally, because I really resisted it and really pushed back against it. And I thought, well, I've been led to believe all my life with family and social things that drinking was sort of what people do. Like, you work hard, you play hard, you drink hard, and you socialise hard. All those sort of things. So that's what I found myself doing. And to actually step back and and declare yourself a non-drinker was really really provoking for a lot of people around me, who were sort of forced to confront their own drinking process, and in so doing, in a way, reject me as being not able to handle it, or as if it was a failing on my part. And basically a lot of the people just kept on drinking in their own old hazardous and harmful ways, which they still do to this day, which is fine. But I've had to make a conscious decision to release toxic people and toxic environments, because as part of not having alcohol in my life, like my wife and I now don't drink, it's an alcohol-free house, has been now for over 3 years. So when you don't drink alcohol for that long, you go to a heavy drinking alcohol event, which I would have for the last decade, and you see everyone, and it's really odd to see the people drinking, and as they get tipsy and they begin to, it affects their consciousness, then they're sort of falling asleep or talking nonsense or getting emotional. Yeah, it's really enlightening to see that. And I'm not sure it's the best way to reward a job well done or success on an old project to sort of turn up and drink too much. So for me, not drinking has been life-changing. I'll post more videos on it, but in a nutshell, to be able to sleep better, to not be thirsty, dehydrated, to not be bloated, to not be irritable, to not be tired in the afternoon, to just be flexible and free, and clarity, to have clarity, to be able to talk clearly and think a process through is just mind-blowing. Okay, it's Bren Murphy here. You can get more details at thelifecoach.net.au. Look out for my next video. Thanks a lot.